Hello, watercolor artists. I am artist Lisa Christensen, and I believe that everyone can learn to watercolor and that creativity is a process, so enjoy the journey. This video is all about drawing a simple pansy and then inking it and then putting a wash and then making it into a card. So if you have wanted to draw pansies or violets or Johnny jump ups, then this is the right place for you to be at. So right now I am just getting a circle, like I'm just getting my circles right and my angles right for the pansies. And so you'll see that I'm drawing, like I just drew a line so I knew kind of where to put the petals and the shape of the petal. And now I'm just going to use that circle that I drew and I'm going to add some of those like the petals, and that petal is folding into itself a little bit. And I'm also using guidelines to make sure that my pansy is asymmetrical or symmetrical, not asymmetrical. The top is asymmetrical, and it's just such a fun flower. I love pansies. I think they're so fun. You can make them in like all colors. I've seen pansies not just in like blue and purple, but in like oranges and yellows and pinks, and oh my gosh, I love them. I love them all. And so I'm just really working on my guides. I want to make sure within the circle I've made basically a square and I've basically made an oval. And so having those guidelines really does help you get the proper composition of the flower. And once I got the proper composition, then I can go in and I can be pretty like confident with my ink lines, and so that's why I'm not stopping. I'm just, once I start, I don't stop. I just keep going. And I really enjoy using a pencil line first and then going in with the ink to make that happen. And so there's the start of the pansy. I'm also going to add some texture for the middle, and I'm just using some hatching. Little dashes, kind of like making fur. They're just little like hatching hatch marks. And then I do hatch marks a bit bigger on the actual petal. And I'm just enjoying the process. I have a pansy that I have in my mind, and I'm drawing that. And so I always recommend drawing from a source or from a reference photo, and you'll see that I'm just taking my time. This is a speeded up process, but I'm taking my time and really getting the right details of the flower. Something to note here is that I am using a micron pen, and I am using the tip like straight up, and I'm using a little bit of pressure and a lot of pressure at some places. So some of the times when I'm doing the details on the petal, I want a lighter stroke, so my pressure on the pen is lighter, and that will show on the watercolor paper. And if I want a very hard, like thicker line, then I press a little bit harder. I love micron pens for that. You could also use a calligraphy pen. Drawing leaves are pretty easily done. Pansies have like this really frilly oval shape, and so it's really fun to just draw. And I like to draw over under, so if it is over or under, then I just stop where I'm at and then just draw around like I did with that petal. All right, now onto the fun part, the watercoloring. I am using a very yellowy green color. It's a mix of, it looks like cobalt turquoise, cobalt blue, and a lemon yellow. And all I'm doing is I'm just getting a good background. I'm actually splattering too because I want some texture, and then I'm cleaning up the splatter, letting it dry. And once it's completely dry, I go in with my cobalt and my Dioxizine Purple, and I'm going to get a nice almost flat wash for the first layer. And if you use thick watercolor paper, 140-pound watercolor paper, I don't tape my paper down so I can move it all around with my hand, and that has helped me so much. Alright, so with this, I'm just adding a thicker layer to what was already existed, and I'm getting those details in. I really want to keep some of that blue, so I'm really trying very hard to just do the darker portion of the flower, and you'll see me soften some edges and deepen up some of the darks. All right, and now I left the middle white so I can add some of that beautiful yellow. And this is how you paint a beautiful little pansy. If you found this video to be helpful, I would sure love a like and a subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.